Do you recommend I sleep in my car?
You have a tent set up. Why would you sleep in your car?
Like what kind of animals are out here?
Well, you see javelinas out here, but
What? What?
Javelinas.
Javelinas?
They're wild pigs, but they're not actually pigs. They're actually from a family of rodents. But they
Well,
have
I don't like
snout,
I don't like rodents.
What? But they look exactly like a pig.
Okay.
But they're not. The wildest animal that you're gonna get out here is my dog that's in my car.
Looking for places to retire while I'm still relatively young, discerning, and on this road trip. By retire, I mean from whatever career ends up materializing for me in the film, or if things don't progress for me in the ways that I project, service industry. If you think of a place you don't expect to decline in the next 50 or so years, one that might suit an elderly me, please do let me know. Obviously, we can't know exactly how my sensibilities will change over the years, or whether singularity, premature death, etc. render this post redundant. But know that I'm okay forcing my future self into a corner if it makes him cooler on screen. Think The Princess Bride's Miracle Max or Star Wars 2 and 3's Count Dooku. Sincerely yours, Alex. Yeah, I don't imagine that I'll ever retire from vlogging. Keep in mind that I don't really get paid for this kind of thing. Ever since YouTube changed their eligibility requirements for monetization to 1,000 subscribers, my talking head routine has been about 98% amateur. I mean, I'd guess that unless this stops being a labor of love, the last entry that I post on social media would be from my deathbed. For me, it's kind of like keeping a diary that I publish through a discount vanity press. And yeah, that analogy didn't sound too good out loud, but it's probably pretty accurate. Plus, I have this concept for a web series that's pretty much Friends meets David Dobrik's Vlog Squad meets Boy Meets World season 6 through 7, the college years. Only mine would be set in a nursing home. If I live long enough, that is something for my viewers to look forward to. My brush with nature at Big Bend dispelled any illusions I may have had about living in the wild. And I lived in Brooklyn for 10 years, so I'm kind of over that vibe. I'm not opposed to an urban laboratory situation in the vein of Arco Santi that minimizes the destructive side of human habitation. Thank you, Dane, for the recommendation. But honestly, I might just settle for a suburb. Yeah, for all the flack it gets, I feel like suburbia's uniformity and the general malaise that I feel when I'm there nourish my spirit. Because my spirit's subversive. It's like, I have something to play off of, if that makes sense. You know, I mean, I was raised in the suburbs, so maybe I'm just wired for it. And please don't think I have some childish longing to go home in a psychic sense. I mean, they say you can never go home again, and I tend to agree with that, with the universe being in flux and all that. But full disclosure, Starbucks comes pretty close for me. Any Starbucks, really. I mean, the other day I made it to America's largest suburb, Mesa, Arizona, which made it into Forbes' top 10 most boring cities back in 2008. And I got the idea that I might thrive there as an old person. Like I could be a wisecracking regular at an IHOP or something. I'll do hash browns. Okay. And have you heard this joke? I'm so hipster, I thought IHOP was an internet brewery.
No, I have not heard that joke.
Oh, well, I didn't write it, but I thought it works. It works. Yeah, I don't know that I got a good impression of the place because I stayed at this Motel 6 on South Country Club Drive.
You're in a fucking war zone, man.
How so?
You could die any minute out here.
And the place was even more perverted than the Best Western I stayed at in Las Cruces. And it was sad, too. I mean, like, the room smelled like warm lunch meat, and you could hear Johns through the walls on either side of you talking to their call girls.
Just 10 more minutes. No, I really gotta go. I can't be without you. I'll take you away from you.
Yeah, I heard one of them say that he was in love with her and stuff like that. And, yeah, it was bleak.